Alright, let me shrink this screen a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And let me get up to here. Alright, here we go. I'll have to figure out how I can get you to sign in, but we're gonna not do that. I'll have to figure that out. But once we get inside, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a web page for the most powerful man in the valley here. Right here. Beautiful, isn't it? Nope. This is where I live. This is the guy that I just hired. This is the company that's going to double in size. This is the national park. This is the major employer in Casa Grande. This is what it looks like all around me. This is the Board of Supervisors building where I've testified so many times. This is the littlest town but the biggest skydiving in America. And this is right around the corner from me. So anyway, we've become the fastest growing county in Arizona. We have diverse resources, and this guy started this Pinal County. He has all of these committees. There's actually 8 of them. And all of these, look at all these dots, those are all sponsors. And the link on board of directors is broken, I think. Yes, it is, so I gotta tell him about that. So they haven't kept this up to date. But that's why I'm going to build the webpage for them. They are currently sitting on Facebook. And they've done a pretty good job for building something on Facebook. They've been done probably the best that I've seen. I'm going to like them. They're unavailable to message right now. Now they are. I type it right? Yep, that's me. I can't get my AI to work. Whatever, I gotta do it by hand. Yeah, that's a problem. I know, I get spoiled. I bought a new keyboard because the other one didn't have a light to tell me when caps lock was on. Yeah, I see it. Yep. Oh, now I gotta hit go. So are you back yet? Are you back yet? So what I'm doing while you were gone, I am just grabbing some random assets so that I can build them into the web page. I can also always change it, but this is getting older. I went to this one on February 16th. I'm gonna grab this just because it's interesting. The Mara Maricopa, I have yet to meet. I look forward to meeting her. So I'll feature her. Everybody likes seeing themselves. Michael, I have no clue what you just said. Well, say it again, please. The video you took of me. Oh yeah, I'd love to see that. Thank you. Alright, so I just grabbed some of the assets out of their webpage. They've done a nice job with Facebook. Matter of fact, they've done the best that I've seen in a long time. And they're doing a pretty good job on videos too. Look at this. Most people don't know how to use Facebook, but whoever did this for them is somebody I'd like to meet because they truly do know what they're doing. And it's so hard to find people who know what they're doing. So many of these amateurs are so bad. But whoever did this did a nice job. And then we start getting, what did I do wrong? Oh. We start getting call to action symbols in here, and it'll revolutionize what they're doing. And I offered him, I know you got to tell me to stop doing this. I offered him for free. Pro bono, altruistic, no charge. It's amazing when you offer somebody stuff that's worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. They don't have a clue and they don't appreciate it, but that's the way the world works. Alright, that's enough for right now. I'm eating up a lot of the time on the recording, but it's good because I want to share this with Molly, who's my Google gal. What time is it? I can't check right now. 4:04 minus Central Mountain. Okay, 4:04, 1:04. Yeah, she's not available yet. She's in Florida. Alright, so I've grabbed enough. Now we're going to start building it. So I usually do just abc.com, but in this case, I'm going to grab this videos page just to show off, alright? So you see that Alright, so I am going to grab this link, and you notice it's not just the Facebook link, it's actually drilling down right to the videos page. Notice that? So what I do, get your timer ready. Ready? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, we're done. There it is, go ahead and scan it. Less than 4 seconds. Did you get that, by the way? All right, so this is important. You got to have a unique hashtag. No, try it again. All right, hang on. No, I believe you. Well, I don't want to give you the technical reason, but we're going to answer it. So, first of all, the magic that I do that very few people know how to do, and I have a video called hashtag magic that explains it, is you want to have a unique hashtag. So I created Pinnell PRT for Pinnell Partnership, and then I ran it through X and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook just to make sure nobody else was using it. So now these people own that forever and ever, and there's huge power in that. And again, probably less than 3% of the population know that. So when you put it, exclusive hashtag. So when you put it down here, here's the mistake most beginners make. They forget to click the plus sign. And now when you click the plus sign, it becomes part of the campaign, not until. So I'm actually done with that. And the reason you couldn't scan it is I had to save and close it one time. Now scan it. Oh, Michael. I got there immediately, Michael. Okay, I don't know what's going on with yours. Are you signed into Facebook? Well, anybody watching this video, when they scan it off the screen, it'll work. Here. There it is. Again, I can't tell you why that's happening. I believe that it's happening because I believe you. But look at, there it is. I just pasted it in. So clearly it works, okay? I said clearly it works. So something's going on your end. But we're going to move on because I can't deal with that right now. So all I do is I click the PDF. You with me? And when I do, it's going to create a code, which is a bunch of gobbledygook that I will never remember 2 hours from now. So what I do is I go back and I can grab it either right here, right? That's one place I can grab it. The other is I could go to edit and I can grab it right here. But whatever, I choose to grab it so that I can go into the folder, and right here, after the unique QR code that we just generated, I wipe out this exclusive tag and I put in the descriptions. That makes sense? Alright, so now I'm going to grab, you want to change it, I got too much, I did away with the dot, should not have done that. Let's do it again. I went too far. I don't have my glasses. Hope I didn't lose them. No, those are reading glasses. These are prescription glasses. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I go back into everything I do is under country first. And I'm getting ready to make a delivery to him. So this is in special delivery. I'll actually paste it in here. There it is. Now, it's important that you know where it is. And it's important that we're in Skype, because let's see if I can do this while you're live. I've not done this before. Add participant. There we go. You haven't met Aman yet, right? He is, and I'll let Beverly in case she wants to watch. He is my graphic artist in India. He's an absolute genius, and we've been together for over 5 years. So I'm going to add those two into this meeting, and it's calling them. Just having fun. Yeah, 12-hour difference, so it's 2:13 in the morning. No, he's not awake. Oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. This is all I was looking for. So I'm gonna, and this is why we gotta all be on Skype, so that we can all communicate. So I tell him I got a new project going. Second one for Panel Partnership. No. After I go to Greece. So here, pay attention here. I gotta pay attention. Top line, I gotta tell them what the unique hashtag is. And I put a trademark behind it. So that's the first line on the business card. The second line, so take out your business card, you know, your call to action symbol, and go along with me so you know exactly what I'm telling them how to do. I'm going to do a third line, which I very seldom do, because we're going to call this movies. So that's the second product that I sell. First product is call to action symbol. Darn. Second product is movies, mobile optimized video site, both trademarked. Third site, ROI track report, trademark, which is free. This mobile optimized video site, I'm not going to put the quotes. Double check. I sell for $149. Now I upload that exact QR code, and aren't I glad that I put this in here, because this is the one that I did the first time. Give me a second. Dang. Dang. I gotta check something out here. Give me a second. $2JM. 2JM. No, just 2JM. Right there. I want to make sure I gave him the right link. Okay, then he knows to do this below the QR code. So far, it is a standard QR code. The only difference is because I ran it through my URL shortener, it's what's called dynamic. That's number one. And number two, it's special that you don't get out of freebie software because it can always be scanned by a tablet. And amateurs using freebie software lose between 20 and 70% of their target market because they generate codes that are very dense. There's lots of dots in it because they're using a static or they're not doing a URL shortener. Again, that's the difference between an amateur and a professional. It's the difference between Picasso, who's a world famous painter, and you and I who could go to Home Depot and buy a gallon of paint and a brush and call us painters. So already we are separating ourselves from everyone else in the world. I do not put in the HTTPS:/2 because I'm trying to be as concise as I can. I do caps because you can do caps or lowercase. And this is the easiest thing to read. And this is again what separates me from the amateurs. Almost nobody puts a human readable URL as part of the code. And that's why they lose up to 70% of their traffic. And you're going to see the data that proves that. So here's where I say we have no competition on Earth. All right, so I've now completed the right side of a call to action symbol, and I'm going to show what that looks like right here, because this is the first one that I created for him. So the hashtag Pinnell part TM is there. You'll notice that the second and third, God, this one had fourth line. The second and fourth lines are there. This one is going to say Facebook videos is what it's going to say, and then it's going to say movies. And then there is the special code that already is different than amateurs. And there is the thing that I say, never, never, never publish a QR code naked and alone. You'll lose between 20 and 70% of your target market. Always, always, always include a human readable URL. So that's the first part that separates a call to action symbol than anybody on earth. The next thing is that people don't know what that crazy thing is that they call a barcode. So we've got to teach them and educate them. It only took 13 years to develop this, trial and error. If they don't know how to start their camera, I don't want to ever do business with them, right? Focus. Ironically, they don't know how to do that. Some of them try doing pinch and squeeze. That's why I said zoom in and out, and I show how to do that on the video. And then the hashtag push to go, which I own worldwide. If you can't figure out to push that yellow button that pops up, again, I don't ever want you as a customer. Then what nobody does on earth, this is called the unique value proposition, and most businesses have never thought it through for their business. Why are you in business? What makes you unique? Why do I want to do business with you? And these are the answers. So, and people are afraid. Remember, they watch Fox News and they voted for the orange buffoon. So they're just scared. And therefore they don't learn. Whenever they're confused or scared, they are frozen in inaction. And they can never learn. That's why the Asians are eating our lunch. So you need to think about are you going to quit moving around here? I'm recording this, remember? This is all coming, thank you, sir. you need to remember what your unique value proposition is. And we stole this from some of their material. Pinell County is the epicenter for growth. That's pretty impactful. Worldwide recognized center for technology. That's very impactful. And the last one, people moving here from across the country. So that's the unique value proposition. Every call to action symbol has that. No QR code has that anywhere in the world. And then it has their logo. Instead of putting the logo in the middle of the QR code, which screws with the redundancy of the coding, and it could potentially make it not be scannable, I don't do that, and I tell people don't do that. So you got to make space for the logo that they want, because people are all about themselves, right? And they want to show off the logo. So that is now a call to action symbol. That is what Aman is going to hand build for me and send back to me. Does that make sense? So if we go back to Skype, if I can get that up again, I am now done with him. And the other thing I like about Skype, you see that I'm a hunt and pecker, I'm not a professional typer, is that after I do something, I can actually right click on it and edit it. So much better than using regular Messenger. So I just showed that off. This is the guy that you met in California, right? You met Eric, didn't you? He was the speaker behind me. He is the big deal. He is the most important person to our company. And after I sell 49% to Alexis, I want to sell the other 41% to Eric. He doesn't know that yet. And that would make him vice chairman, and it would make him a multi-millionaire that he is already. But those are the two people I want for my chairman and vice chairman. So you as a member of the board of directors, their first job is to figure out how they split up the $3.2 million that's coming from Katie Hobbs, our governor, that commission. That's going to be split among my board of directors. And then the next thing they have to do is decide what the base salary is for my board of directors. And the final thing they got to decide is what kind of incentive program do we put in addition to the MBVP, I'm going to forget my own term. Mutual benefit virtual partnership. That's the 30% program that I paid to everybody, every one of my clients. So those are the financial benefits that my board are going to experience. And this is the company that I just bought into. I love her already. And Glenn is in here, the other company that I own, World of Tings. So we're on a roll. And everybody's tied in with Skype, all right? So enough of that. Back to the design. So we have now taken care of the call to action symbol. He's going to send me a PDF, and as you can see, when you look it up, you don't get to see it, which is why I create a visible ping. And then when I sign off on it, he gives me the third file, which is what a professional printer or a graphic artist wants, and that's the Adobe Illustrator file, which is a vector graphic file. Now, do you know the difference between vector graphic and bitmapped? All right, vector graphic is actually a math formula. Remember when you had me convert your logo? All right, we created by hand a vector graphic. So you can take your logo and blow it up the size of a house, and it's still going to be as clean as it imagine. A bitmap is a picture. So if you take a picture on a camera, that's a bitmap. And they all have different extensions. Ping is one. The most popular is JPEG, JPG. Okay, cameras, software from Photoshop, it's PSD. So there's a lot of different ones. But what it is, it's a bitmapped image. So if you try to blow it up, and maybe I can do it here. No, I can't. If you try to blow it up and make it bigger, it gets all pixelated and it's terrible. So I send them all three files, the AI, the PDF, and the PNG, so that they use these two with professional printers. That's what I used when we built that card at Office Max, and what I use when I build cards at Staples. But if you want something to put inside the body of your email, or you want to put it in your signature line, that's why you need the PNG. Or if you put it in a Facebook post or TikTok or Instagram or EasyWay Network. So that's why you need three files. And when I deliver the email, and I've got it down to a science because it's a template. Mike, this is for the guy who's the president of all the owner-operator truck drivers in America. So, Mike, here's your personal profile, blah, blah, blah. There it is. Assume you know about a PDF and vector and all that stuff. We can work with your printer. There's a hot link. Here is the report. So you click on it and see it growing in real time. Here's training to teach people how to do it right. What do you see? The magic cube, my signature line, a little GIF to show off. Yep. So this is the letter that I put under the title Special Delivery, and I attach, this is the deliverable for the call to action symbol, right? They pay me $79. I send this email. I have fulfilled my obligation. So we're going to do that as the next step here. So back to designing the website. All right, let me get all this garbage out of the way and get back into... All right, so we created the campaign and we saved it. So now the next thing I need to do is actually take it and visit it one time. So forevermore, Pinnell Partnership, if they want to look at their videos, they're going to be everything, as you know, is roitrack.com, right? That's my domain, followed by 5 unique characters, always, never less, never more. This particular one happens to be 2 Joliet Mary 9 Hotel, and I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to paste it in, and bingo, we are there. You got it? All right. Because I went there one time, I can now refresh my screen, and it will show that I've got some views. We've been playing with it, right? So we got some views. And this is the ROI track report that I give for free that is worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to a sharp marketer. And man, do politicians. What? It's exceptionally accurate. Yeah, well, I can explain some of the technical behind it, but so far we've had 1 short URL click and 7 scans. 75% of our traffic is coming mobile, 25% from a desktop, so that's you and me playing around with it. Now, here's the important part. This is hidden. This is just a big white space when you first open it, but if you wait long enough, you'll see this little thing pop up. And again, the only ones ever going to see this is you and me designing it. But when I click on private, bingo, I change it to public, and now I've got that URL, which I save. and I'm going to put it in my email. So I am just going to create a text document, and I'm going to call it Pinnell PRT ROI Track Report trademark. And I'm going to give it a file name, and I'm going to save it. And I don't want to save it with those parentheses in there. I want to save it clean, and I want it to go. Oh, this is another hot prospect. Penny's Perspective. She's a big deal. Country First. Oh, I'm already in there. Pinnell. Special delivery. All right, so I've saved this, which I'm going to make part of the email, and you'll see that later. Are you going to fall asleep on me? All right. Because I'm doing this to train you, Molly, and Nicole, and that would put you on the payroll as well as being on the board, as well as the 30% commission. So you're going to have more cash flow than you'll know what to do with. Okay, back here, how do I get out of this? Oh, that's just the report. So, we're pretty much done because I've got it leading to a video site, right? And I can preview it by just clicking that, and we've been there a number of times, right? Are you with me so far? Now, I did this on purpose, so let me think of how I can do this the fastest way possible. All right, I'm going to take the description. I am going to go, watch this very carefully because I'm going to do it very fast. I'm going to go to abc.com, and I'm going to generate, and I've got a whole new campaign. And this is why I copied it, so that I can pick up the unique hashtag watch, because I'm going to go fast. That's why we're recording this, because you've got to get to be this proficient in order for us to be profitable. Remember the plus sign. Remember the all campaigns. Now we're going to save it, and we are done. We got a brand new URL. We are going to go visit it. And sure enough, it goes to abc.com, right? Now I'm really going to show off. If I do refresh on the page, you can see the one view. I'm waiting. See how it popped up? It was hidden. There's the ROI track report. So I am going to save that in the file that I already saved. I'm going to close this. I know I'm going fast. And here is the magic right here. Can you see that change type? You see what's there? Drop down? Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, I can. So I did the change type right here. You see that? That's what turned on this box that was hidden. Otherwise it would not show, so that's really important. And then I'm going to change it to a Facebook page or a Facebook profile. Now normally for a business I would be doing a page. For a person I'm going to be doing a profile. What I'm going to do for Tony is a combination of the two. So I'm going to build him a profile. And I'm going to do go, and it has now changed it. I go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to change this description before I forget. Right here. And we're going to lead to Pinnell Partnership Movies. Mobile optimized video site. All right, and I'm keeping his whole, everything I do for him will be under this unique hashtag. I make sure that it's collected all. I do save. Okay, because I've changed it. I need to do his name at the very minimum before I save it, and I can edit it later. So I am going to put the Pinnell Partnership company name in there. The title is he is president. I can get the address. I know that it's Arizona. I can get the zip code, phone, all of that stuff. I can upload a photo. This is why I did all the work ahead of time to get a bunch of assets. I know I'm going fast. You stop me if there's any questions. All right, so what did I grab that would make a good header? That. And what did I grab that would make a good photo? The closer I can get to square, the better off I am. I don't want to tick everybody off by having the mayor of Maricopa up there. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me edit that a little bit. Let me save this first. No, it's their website, it's their assets. So who's going to complain about it, right? All right, so let's take, yeah, who knows? So let's take a look at what we built. How long did that take? Now, here's something important. I can't use his name because I'm recording it. The founder of my platform just changed the software. I've been waiting 10 years, and it looks terrible until you change it, because everything we do is mobile only. Did you see how I had to change the width of the window before it showed? All right. Before, I had to type in, if you're on a PC or a laptop, make sure you zoom to 400%, because otherwise the web page was the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life. Because remember, we only do mobile, period. I keep trying to get that driven into people, but they always want to take the human readable code and go there on a PC. So we have the best of both worlds now, but I need him to put some instructions. I need to be very nice as I beg. He's got to do some programming instead of this, because if I brought you to the page that showed you this, you'd be gone in 2 seconds. So we got to put something up the top that says, narrow the size of the window. Anyway, that's an important thing. I just discovered it this week. But again, this looks terrible because we're on a website. This actually is a pretty good. I like this. I like that. So let's go back to our design. Anytime you want to see it, you just click this button Go ahead and scan it. Let's see if yours is working for a change. Well, it didn't work the last time we tried it 3 times. 4 times the charm. I have no idea why it's not working on your phone. Okay, so what you see is we've automatically generated the contact information. See it? And click on the map. I mean, it'll show off some of the capabilities. Isn't this slick? Click on the QR code so you can share it with your friends. Click on share. I mean, this is powerful as hell. All automated. I see you're texting me. Alright, so that was quite an experience. I can't demonstrate that in the video, but if people followed us and scanned this, they'd be able to see all that we just talked about, right? So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and I can also preview. Watch this. Can you look up? Watch this preview and look at this. Isn't that slick? And it actually, because it's not a phone, you can't touch your finger on it. All that you need to operate this is the up and down arrows, and they don't work right now because we're all on one page. But as you see me as you see me build this out, you're going to see the functionality required. But let's play around with it to show it off for the video. Ready? I'm going to click on the contact. Oh, okay. And what that did is it generated a Tony_Smith.vcf file, which I'm going to cut and paste. Documents, country first, Canal. I'm going to copy and paste that in the setup. I'm going above and beyond here. And when you double click that on a smartphone, it'll put it right into your contacts list. Isn't that slick? The map, just to show it to the video audience. It's showing me, right? So we don't have the page built out, but it would be a map to take him right to his office. And the QR code, that's pretty slick. Just to prove it, go ahead and scan it, please. Pardon me? Where is the share button on mine? No, this is something that's inside my platform. If you'll notice the web address, and please don't ever do this. But there's an asterisk at the end. See the asterisk? Don't ever do that manually, please. Fair enough? And I don't give you all the technical reasons why. Just please don't do that. But there, see down the bottom what I just highlighted? That is the address without the asterisk. So if you're going to manually use it, type it in, shrink the page down, do it that way. Fair enough? Alright, I know that might have been confusing. I just wanted to show you that when I say that we have the world's most powerful platform, we do. We absolutely do. Now, this is not active, right? Post, about, mention, because this is just the picture. Does that make sense? But what I'm showing you is the basic building blocks of every movie site that I do. I always put a banner. I always put these icons down the bottom. I can't build it unless I put his name in there. I can, but I always put in a profile picture. So you're looking at the basics that you always do. Does that make sense? Now, there's another thing that we always do, or I always do, because what is my business name? No, Budget Video for Biz, because I'm a video producer. So what I always do is I always put a video in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to visit YouTube. If I typed it right. And this is why I'm happy that I got on Molly pretty hard, because these idiots at Google had my 2 YouTube channels shut down, so she made sure that that was fixed. She knows the product manager. That's the other thing she's working on, but I don't want to get into all that stuff, especially while we're recording it. So what I'm going to do is search for him under Pinnell, because when you do bleeding edge stuff, these 24-year-old snot-nosed kids, they don't understand what you're doing, and when they're confused, they do stupid things like cut your account down because they don't know. Anyway, this is the Pinnell Partnership. So I'm looking for his video with the most views, and here it is. So I'm going to go to that video. Watch this carefully. I'm going to click on the share button. I'm going to copy that. I am going to get out of the thing so that the noise doesn't drive me nuts. I'm going to go back into my design. I know I'm moving fast. But all I was doing was getting a link to put it right here. So let me show you where it is. It's after the name and all that. It's after, this is the main part we're going to build out. It's after the meta stuff. It's after the pictures. It's before the social, or let's see, before? Yeah, it's before all the social media links. It's in this block called Media Block URL. And again, you got to get used to save early and often. And what I'm going to do, just to show off for the video, is I am... Say it again, please. No, you don't want that if you're a designer. Look at that. Okay, now, again, to show off what we just did, scan that. That's how it's intended to be seen. Everything I do is mobile only. I do not build websites for PCs or desktops. Only mobile. And I always use a call to action symbol as the entrance ramp to the information highway trademark. Or my other trademark is I bring the offline world to your online presence. And the way I do that is with call to action symbols. And I hashtag engage, direct, measure better than anybody on the face of the earth. No one can come close, not even close, to these kinds of capabilities. So just to show you, it will play. And you can blow it up to full screen. Whoop. Well, I learned something. That's the new programming. Let me figure out how to get out of there. I shouldn't have done that. If you did that on a smartphone, it will blow it up to the full screen on the smartphone. Okay? So is there anything I've done so far that I've lost you so bad that you can't get by refreshing this training video on your own? All right, then we're going to continue. I'm going to get rid of this view. I'm going to go back into programming, and now I'm going to get lazy. I am going to open a new tab. I am going to open another session. I'm signed in. I am going to use my web page, which is the most viewed. I am going to go into my site, and I'm going to start stealing code. I could start stealing code like this, but unless you know HTML programming, and I assume you do not, is that correct? I don't think that Molly does either, or the other girl I'm hiring, but you don't need to be a programmer, because this is the most powerful tool known to mankind. And I do not do hyperbole, so when I say something, you can bet your house it's the truth. So, the top of my website, I have a print ad that I'm running because I bring the offline world, and there's nothing more offline than a magazine or a newspaper, right? And none of the printers have ever gotten out of 10 years ago, and I got rejected by another one. I ought to show him off. He's just such an idiot. Here we go. Not interested, thank you. This is the biggest printer in Lakewood. Not interested, thank you. Please delete us from your contact list. This idiot just lost literally tens of thousands of dollars worth of business because he's an idiot. But anyway, moving right along. Oop, I got something running here. Hang on. Yeah, it's a... I got too many things open. Hang on. There we go. All right, so what I had to do in the past, before... I almost said his name. Before Name Redacted did this program change, I used to have to always say, note, if you are viewing on a PC desktop or laptop, please change the zoom level to 400% to simulate viewing on a smartphone as originally intended. Because if you're on a smartphone, everything would be as perfect as I designed it, right? But if you took my human readable URL and put that into a PC desktop, then it looks terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with right here, and I'm just going to start grabbing code. Just for fun, I'm going to grab a lot of it. Right to there. Now we'll get the American Pie. Now watch. Control C. I just copied all that code, actually the underlying code. Now I'm really going to show off. Are you ready? Are you ready? Control V. And then I'm going to do save and close and scan this. I am really showing off. There's your complete website. And it's got some errors. You see the width of it? you because there's stuff on my website that we want to use on every website, right? And there's stuff that you'd never want to use on somebody else's website. But I got this done in what, under 2 seconds? Well, we're going to start doing the deletion right now before we even do it for him. I'm just showing you I took a huge shortcut and I wiped out hours of programming. So we're now going to edit his campaign, and we don't, well, with David's new thing, until he changes, I'm going to keep this. And when I copied it, some of the coding got a little bit screwed up, like that's supposed to be centered, it's supposed to be red, so I'm cleaning it up. That was for the contest that we talked about at Megamix. We don't need that. Greatness, I would love everybody to have greatness on their website, because no. Let me turn these off. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Oh. Well, anyway, I'm going to take all this out for his website. Fair enough? It's now gone. Now, this is one of the things that I show off big time, because it's a difference between a guy who's a pro and he knows that this is a device that the number one function on it is a phone. It's a phone. All the guys who build websites for PCs forget the number one job when you're designing a mobile website is it's a phone. So you ought to have the phone capability as easy as possible. And there's nothing easier than this. You press this button and it calls me. Does that make sense? And if you're a store and you want people to come to your front door, the next capability that a web designer who's used to building for desktops and laptops doesn't do, but a mobile focused guy always does, is I utilize GPS. Click. Yeah, I don't think in our lifetime we'll have to worry about that. But here's the link behind this. So if you were on your phone and you click on it, the mapping would work. It doesn't work now because I'm in programming mode. Does that make sense? Now, for you, I'd want you to promote my second company, which is World of Things, right? I don't think that Tony would be real happy, even though I'm building this all for free, to be promoting my company. So, delete. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes you gotta do. Hang on. There, it's gone. No, it's not. Yeah, now it's gone. Now I know there's a typo here. I left it there on purpose. I want people to show off their negativism by saying, you know, you got a typo in there. It just tells me something about their character. Now, the other thing that I would do is I would remove this, and I'm going to do it. But it gets a little complicated, so stay with me. There's another thing I'm going to do here. It gets a little complicated. and you need to buy a piece of software, we are going to build it into our system. I've been told by name redacted. I sent him an email yesterday. I said, you've been promising me for years. When is it coming? But right now we've got to use an outside source to store our assets that I bring into here. And I'll show you that process. So I'm going to delete my call to action symbol, and I'm going to replace it with his call to action symbol. And the way I do that is I leave this tab open, and I open a new tab and a site called SmugMug, and I've already uploaded his assets in preparation for this recording. Now all I gotta do is find it. Go ahead. Yeah, it's called SmugMug. It's a subscription service. It's a place where professional photographers sell their photos. I use it for another reason. Let me search. Those are all the clients. Hang on, I'm trying to find this. Oh, it's probably right under your picture. No. Hey, look with me. Tell me if you can find it. I'm looking for Pinnell Partnership. There you are. Oh no, not you. That's my hacker friend. He's one of the best hackers in the world. Oh, tell me I didn't do it. Well, here, it's part of the training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a folder. And I'm going to go back to Country First, Pinnell, where the hell is it? Pinnell, there it is. And I'm just going to highlight the folder and I'm going to do upload. And it's going to upload that entire folder. And it will skip duplicates so I can update it whenever I want. You know, as I add new assets to the folder, I put it up here in the cloud. This is going pretty fast. You see the green line going across. I'm going to be done. Bingo, I'm done. So that wasn't bad at all. That's everything I've done for him. But that allows me to do this. There we go. And I was looking for, oh. All right, I'm going to do something different just to make the point. Normally, I do this process after Aman has created the call to action symbol. You with me? So he hasn't done it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the call to action symbol that I've already created. Does that make sense? I'm going to double click on it to see it full screen. I'm going to right click on it, and this is critical. I'm going to do copy image address, which is actually this big long address up here in the address bar. So that's the URL of this graphic. That's why I use this program, so that I can copy the image address. So when I go down here, instead of inserting a video, which I do from either YouTube or Vimeo, I insert a graphic, and watch this. Control V, insert, voila, look at that. And now I just expand it. Isn't that slick? So now on his smartphone, he can share that with a person standing next to him, right? Now we're going to get really fancy. And I'm going to put a link, and I can see it right there. And I got to be sure I put in https://. This is one of the only places that's required. And again, I won't go into the specifics, but it's 245HR, and it's not case sensitive. But this is important that you put in the complete URL. I do open in a new tab, and I do insert. And now I'm going to show off. I'm going to save and close. And I'm going to have you scan off of the screen again. Now you're on your smartphone, right? So you got the banner, you got the video, you got his name, you got the phone, you got the visit us. So click on the visit us. It doesn't work. I need to change the underlying code. Click on the panel print call to action symbol. Oh, okay. Yep. So if you clicked on his call to action symbol, it brings you to his Facebook page. Isn't that slick? Are you loving this so far? Can you imagine we only charge $149 for this? Pardon me? Yep. And this guy's getting it for nothing. All right, so we're well on our way. The other reason I stole the copy is that, untrained people, again, confused people always get negative. Everybody thinks they know everything. And that's why when their mouth goes, their ears go off. And that's why we have a problem with education in America. They do not listen, and therefore they do not learn. But the Asians know how to listen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this code up. And watch this. I highlighted Android. I'm going up here and I'm going to make the background yellow. I've got to highlight it again. And I am going to change the color of the text to red. And this is why I say you don't have to be a programmer. And I'm going to do that for the iPhone. I'm going to make the background yellow, and I'm going to make the text red. I'm showing off all the capability. Whoop, I did it reverse. Background yellow, text red. There we go. And I'm going to do save early and often. So again, if you refresh the screen on your phone, you will see that looks really nice, right? So this teaches people how to learn how to scan it off of your own phone, because the program is called Lens, and it's available on both Android and iPhone. Oh, sorry, it's black. Yep, let me change that. I'm trying to explain to you and show and everything else. Yeah. There it goes. So I'm going to save it and now refresh your screen. Yeah, now it's right. Okay? And I love this phrase, so I'm going to leave it on there. We got to make people who do not listen uncomfortable, because that's the only way they're going to change their stupidity. There's so many people. I'm good. I got it. Don't try to teach me. Don't try to help me. I got it. Well, no, they don't have it. And America's in real trouble. So contempt prior to investigation eliminates the potential for understanding. We need to teach our kids. I'm going to highlight Magic Cube. I'm going to change the color to red. And it doesn't work, and I know why. We won't go there. Okay, I'll live with it. Okay, we have created the most powerful communication tool known to mankind, Magic Cube. So I want that to be centered. Look at how easy this is. It's okay to say BS, prove it. Our promise to you, you see the hand? Whenever you see it turn into a hand, it's a hot link. If you hold down the control key and you click on it, it won't work in programming mode. Okay, but let's continue. Then this ROI track, you see the, looks like a paper clip. Okay, that means that that's a hot link. To be sure, you can click up here and it will show the URL, that's the hot link portion of it, and it will show the visible portion of it. Does that make sense? And again, I can change the color. It's a good idea to change it to blue. And again, it's not taking it for some reasons that are technical. And now I'm pitching my product again. He would not like that. So I'm going to take all of our product stuff out of here. And I'm going to take our expo. This is why I went to California. Tony actually convinced me in that video that I should go. And I'm glad. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. And if he buys my company, it'll be absolutely the best decision I ever made in my life. And then this is a reality check that teaches people about Facebook. Gets a little sensitive. Tony doesn't want that. Here's where I educate everybody. You know, I'm 90% of my life is teaching. He doesn't want to be a teacher, but this is why I'm suing Central Arizona College, because their president did not listen, therefore she doesn't learn, and that's against the law when you're a taxpayer institution. So I said if she took a remedial reading course, then they don't need to fire her. Well, she didn't. But it starts out with Charlie Rose, and this is homework for you, by the way. So I am going to drop it in Messenger. And this is your training program. I'm going to send it to Eric too, because he's live. And I'm going to send it to Beverly, because she's live. Might as well send it to Molly. Where's Molly? Oh, Barbie, I'm running a Republican. Where is Molly? There she is. Okay, I gave all of you a homework assignment. That's enough. All right, so that's out of there. I'll take the graphic out. He doesn't need to save America, we do. What this is a white paper. And, okay, this is SEO. First thing I do is QR code. Then I do call to action symbol without the trademark. Then I do engage direct measure. Then I do hashtag push to go. Then I do his exclusive, which is Pinnell, PRT. So now, whenever anybody is searching on the internet, this page will pop up. That's search engine optimization. Gets a little technical, but we can train you on that. Now, the next thing is a button. I'm going to call the label home page. This is going to blow your mind. And you remember he had a home page. Do we have it open? Let's do it again. Yeah, it was inside partnership. That's page 2. Let me just go. Okay, that's his home page. So I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to go back into my programming. Whoop, that's my page. Let me shut that down before I get in trouble. This one we've already done. Okay, I'm going to put the link right here to his homepage. I called it homepage. I'm going to click on the button. I am going to pick a color. I like blue. And I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to do save. Refresh your page and you'll see what we just did. And I'll let the video audience see it as well, because this is amazing. This is amazing. Yes. Whoop, and it didn't work. I probably didn't save it. Hang on. What did I do wrong? Remember, save early and often. I'm glad I'm making mistakes, because you're going to make mistakes. All right, that's there. It's correct, I just didn't save it. Save and close. Now refresh your screen. Yeah, there it is. You see the blue bar down the bottom of the page? Click on it. Isn't that slick? So for all the people who say, no, Jim, I've already got a website, I don't need anything specific for mobile, it's because they're not educated. They don't know yet, because there's never been anybody to teach them. But this page is going to blow them away. It's actually the opposite. All right, I can get you to your homepage just with this simple bar, and I build it into every site I build. but you're seeing the capabilities of what I'm delivering on a movies that nobody in the world can come close to giving that kind of functionality. So if you're smart, you take your regular web page developer, and that's not me. I've said 100 times, I do not do PC desktop web pages. I do not. But my clients, I tell them, upper left-hand corner, tell your programmer to ask the one question, are you mobile? Question mark. And if you are, put a link to this site. That's what you want to do. So now I got the link for them to get back. Does that make sense? So they get the best of both worlds. They get the best mobile page for people who are mobile, and they get the best PC page for people who are using a PC. Now, there is a technology called mobile responsive, and the more professional organizations have got a lot of money, so they pay programmers big money to build a web page that's technically called mobile responsive. It uses the same URL as your homepage. It's just the software asks the device, are you a phone or are you a PC? And based on that answer, it presents the same data, just in different format for addressing the mobile market. Does that make sense? But yeah, and good one, yeah, well, not optimized. Don't use that word. It's mobile responsive. That's the technical word. Now, the reason I'm being this specific is that I am the only guy in the world who builds mobile optimized video sites. So it's mobile. It is optimized for smartphones only, and it always contains video, because I'm a video producer. So the really smart people get the best of both worlds. Does that make sense? All right, so we can continue to build this web page out, but he's not going to use it. I mean, based on our discussion, he's not, and that's fine. It's just that I've said to him, whenever you're ready, if you ever have a communication challenge and you want to get it accomplished, you don't need to know all the technology, just need to know I'm here for you. And by the way, everything I do for you is free. So I've shown off enough for this video training program. I've shown off enough for Tony. And this is why I want to build relationships with industry leaders, because it just gives us the exposure, because we are the best in the world at bringing the offline world to your online presence. Does that make sense? All right, now let's see if I can complete it, and we're almost done. Normally I've got this prepared in advance. Did I do it for him? We'll just do it live. Well, here's what I would normally prepare in advance. Let's go to his webpage. That's page 2 again. Now, most good programmers down in the very bottom of the page have social media links, and he doesn't. He's got a pretty good programmer. Not the best, but pretty good. Let's see if he's got it on a contact. You know, most people have them lined up by the bottom. This is Tony. And let's see if I can find it another way. Here's his designer, Blossom Digital Marketing. you know, they're pretty good. I would like to get to know them and work with them. Now we'll do it the hard way. Let's see if they were good enough to do it on Facebook. A good programmer would have it under here, and he doesn't. All right, but we're gonna do it one step at a time. Oh, I hate doing this, but what the heck? Yeah. I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna open a text document, and I'm gonna put that link in. Now I'm gonna go to Instagram. And again, I normally do this in advance, but I'm glad that I'm showing you because whoever I train has got to do this. This is my new client that I want. She's great. Here's Mark Lamb for sheriff. This guy is also a genius. And this guy used to date my wife. He's my best friend for 52 years. Mike Lehman. Yep. Yes, he did. The only one who did not know that was his wife when we were in our 20s. And when she found out, she really got livid. And then we've been best friends for 50-something years, right? All right, here is his Instagram. And again, he should have links here. He doesn't. So this makes it a little more tedious. But we always get it done for the client. This is my one. Oh, I got all 3 channels now. This is my new one. I gotta fix the banner. Come on, search. There it is. I subscribed. There's his channel. So you can see why I say this is the most labor-intensive part of the whole process. And no one on earth would do this for $149 except this idiot. And we want to go to X. Huh. I didn't get away with that. Oh, it's going to take me. Dang it. Yeah, I can edit it, but I'm glad this is happening. Whoa, who the hell is that? I'm glad this is happening because yeah. We all make mistakes when we're learning. I'm going to try that whole thing again. That was terrible. Here we go. All right, so I want to explore. There he is. That's good. At least his social media people are pretty good. I can't. Oh, can I? Yeah. Oh, I can. I didn't think I could follow anymore. On X, under that handle, I'm at the maximum. Let me get back to where I was here. Don't distract me while I'm working. Save as. And now P social media. Normally I do this in advance. Save. You gotta slow down, Michael. I can't understand you. What did you... I always go to Google. Oh, we're not going to get into that discussion. All right, here we are. TikTok. You think they're on TikTok? I doubt it. You heard that that's in front of Congress today. Pardon me? Oh, come on. I don't want to go through this. I'm not going to go through this. Let's try, we did Instagram. We did the majority of them. It's good enough for now. So, I'm going to go back to designing his webpage. Look at that. We got 28 views already. Here we go. So right here in this section, and you'll see what happens once I do this. Let me see if I can change these windows. Can I grab them? Here, I'll move it over on this side. Now I can grab it. Instagram. Did I grab Twitter? I think I did, right? Twitter, yeah. The heck with Elon. I'm going to call it Twitter till I die. I was at YouTube. Why didn't I grab the darn thing when I was there? Let me get YouTube. That's important. Shame on me for not grabbing that when I was there. Shame on me. Slap my wrist. Alright, so you can see the rest of them, WhatsApp, all of that. I advise all my clients to get a calendar. Here's TikTok. I asked Adam Kinzinger's campaign manager what were the two most successful, and he said TikTok, Instagram in that order. And there's an expert, somebody I truly trust. Save. Now we're going to really show off. Save and close. Do this on your smartphone, please. If you need something to scan, I'll give it to you in just a second. Yeah, you are. All right. Oh, I am not. So I'm going to scan this. And look at the bottom of the page. Isn't that slick? So this is the basic site that we built, and this is enough for the video and enough for Tony. This is what I do that nobody on earth does. You got a banner. That could be a video, by the way. You got a video. You got their identification. You got a phone. You got GPS. You teach people how to scan it off of their own webpage so that they can do that and share it with people. You can put in any video or graphic or anything that you want. You can put in text, as much or as little as you want. You can make hot links all over the place. You get the functionality of downloading a V-card. You get the mapping capability. You get to pop up a QR code. My God. You get all your social media icons that are hot links, and you get to go to your web page, and all of that for $149. Say it again. Yeah, we may change it down the road because I am giving away way too much value, but there's people that just don't understand, right? Like the ROI track report. Oh, that's the other thing that I do. You see this right here? I put the ROI track report right behind it, and I didn't in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. All right, I'm going to do that as the final element in his design. Go back to editing. Right now I've got it going to a Facebook post, but I'm going to change that link. First of all, I'm going to break the link. There, it's broken. I'm going to go back, and I had saved the address. See it? So I'm going to save that address, and I am going to now click here and put in a new link. Open in its new tab, insert, make sure that I save and close. And now refresh your phone, please. And now you see why you got to have the black arrows to move on this view, this preview view. And bingo, look at that. You just click, and there's his ROI track report. It's worth thousands of dollars, and everybody pays me how much for this? Nothing. Zero. It's absolutely free. No one on earth can deliver this kind of data, and it's absolutely free. So for the video, so that we do a simple summary, how am I going to do this? So everybody ought to watch this graphic, because this tells my whole story, okay? And I give away best practices in a white paper. You just go to that website, which is roitrack.com 2023TA5, or you just scan the code and you get the white paper. But the message is always, always, always include a human readable URL with the code. Almost 90% of the amateurs do not do that. And then bring them not to your web page, which is where 70% of people bring them to a mobile optimized video site. And you know anybody who builds those things? Yeah, just me. And then when you get them there, make sure that it's a value and a reward for them scanning. And finally, they're not going to read they are not going to read on a 4-inch screen, so make sure you communicate with video and graphics. Does that make sense? And the final thing in closing, country first. Call to action symbol. Let me get it alphabetically. I'm trying to save this girl's life. She and I think politically night and day apart. But she's got this rare disease. Here's her Facebook page. Here's where you donate. She's a wonderful human being. She's dying. And you can imagine who she supports. That turns my stomach. But I'm trying to save her life. So this brings you to do you know her? Yeah, and she actually lives in Phoenix, so we may get a chance to meet. But I'm trying to keep her alive. Even though they follow the buffoon, they don't deserve to die. So, there. This is everything that I do in one simple graphic for those people that would ever read. Call to action symbols, trademark. Free. Did I say free? Industry best practices, market resources. This is my old webpage, doesn't work anymore, the .biz. This is a standard QR code. You can scan it. It actually works. I own the hashtag Engage Direct the Measure. So if you look that up on anything, it's all me. There is the by dominating the market. I dominated the market. When you type that hashtag in, everything that comes up is me. I took SEO in the first 100 slots. That's how I got Katie Hobbs elected governor. I own the hashtag Hobbs, numeral 4, GOV, and Fake Lake never knew what hit her. So anyway, the graph shows if you don't understand that I can increase your sale, I don't want to ever talk to you. But what I do is I engage prospects more effectively. I direct the target audience to a wide variety of digital resources. Wide variety. He says the third time, wide variety. That's why there's 6 sides to the Magic Cube. I do not bring people to your homepage. It's probably the worst place to take them on a 4-inch screen. And then I measure the responses to your invitation, answering the question, did they respond to your call to action? The 3 products we sell, what did I do? Shame on me, Jim. There we go. The 3 products that we sell are a $79 call to action symbol, so I don't want you to ever use the swear word QR code in my presence. That's for amateurs. Professionals use call to action symbol. And in 99% of the cases, you want to always bring them to a movies, a mobile optimized video site, and you get the free ROI track, return on investment report for nothing. $79, $149, $30 a month. It will revolutionize your business. And then we'll talk about the Magic Cube and a whole different video. But yeah, I know. You got to train people that have got old habits, but that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. So this turned out to be exceptional. I got some editing to do, but I thank you for going through this. I am going to leave the challenge with you, Molly and Aman, and Nicole, and whoever wants to be my employee, right? Aman's on the board, Molly's on the board, you're on the board. Whoever wants to be my employee, we will discuss what I'll pay to have you hand build these movie sites. That makes sense? Say it again. Well, I'm going to need more than one with the kind of volume that is going to be coming in with us. And if Adam Kinzinger signs my management contract, oh my God, we are talking about, tens of thousands of these movies. Well, so I'm going to need more than 2 people. All right, so the end of the video, any questions? I'll do it in post-edit, and just so that you know, at the end of every video I produce, I put about 5 to 10 seconds of my logo in there, and then I put, probably about 20 seconds of my call to action symbol so that people can scan it right off the screen. And now we got them in what I've promised. We bring the offline world to your online presence. And we do it better than anybody on the face of the earth. And if I do my job right, we bring them into a 2-way, interactive, digital dialogue experience. We take YouTube videos that are 1-way, talking at you, at you, at you, at you, and we turning them into a 2-way, interactive, digital dialogue experience that you can collaborate. And collaboration and the elimination of divisiveness are the answers to the USA that we want to live in the future. Countryfirst.com, we welcome Democrats and Republicans and independents and undecided, everybody except the criminal MAGA on the right and the weirdo libs on the left. God bless America.